welcome to my show at Keys for Life. I am Maribel Torres, and good evening. And my key to life this week is never give up. I am a real estate agent and also a comedian, and I have the honors today to have my co-hosts, Helaine Witt, with me. Woo! Thank you, Helaine, for joining me at my show, when co-hosting with me. And we have a lot of good things to talk about. I want to talk about Helaine's been a comedian. Helaine's been a comedian for 40 plus years, and she has a lot of experience. We've met through our travels, and we have seen each other at many different venues. And I met you, Helaine, through going through a show, my first show in New York City on Broadway. And through Helaine
Broadway
show, the Broadway comedy it was called. With there was a certain person and you hosted, and she is the voice of Joan Rivers, and she is amazing because she wrote jokes for Joan Rivers, and that was really exciting. And she's also a New York City school teacher, and we have a lot of great jokes for that. And she has her school shirt on, So. Tell us a little bit about school, New York City school first.
Okay, well, I'm very nice, and I had to be tough, and I hated it because these kids are 6 and 7 years old and 8 years old, and I had to be so strict, and it was horrible to be that strict. And even as strict as I wasn't even on the scale to control a classroom. My friend came to visit and do some decorating. She said it's a wonder anything gets done around here. So I have to have a sense of humor now that I got a pension and retirement. Thank God I got out.
Oh, thank goodness.
I don't mean thank God I got out. Thank God I got a pension and
can do comedy
retirement.
now.
Yeah.
And retirement.
But I mean, some teachers don't make it through.
Oh, they don't, right?
And then you don't get what I have, so I'm grateful.
They don't last. They have babies and then they leave. And that's it.
Well, that's not the only reason they leave. They get thrown out, and they also quit.
Oh, I thought New York also had the most tenured, seasoned school teachers. If you go to Florida, the school teachers are like 20 years old. They get married, they have kids, and they don't last. But here in New York, they stay teachers for like 30, 40 years.
Yes, that's true.
That's why New York has one of the top-rated academics here in the States. So tell me about one of those jokes that you were talking about when you were, you told about a 12-year-old student, and you changed it around a little bit because you weren't allowed to tell it, and something about the Brazilian. You mentioned something about the Brazilian.
The Brazilian isn't a teaching joke.
Oh.
That's a separate joke about like dating and being old. That's a different type of joke. Do you want me to tell that first or tell a teacher joke?
Tell the teacher joke since we're on that topic.
Okay, so I taught in a tough school and the kids were tough. And you mean tell a dirty joke?
If
teacher
you want,
joke?
we could do a dirty joke and a clean joke, whatever you want.
Okay, so when we were young, we used to read the Dick and Jane readers, and they went like this: run, Spot, run, see Sally, run, Dick, run. And the principal said, you cannot use those 1950, 1960 antiquated books in this classroom because the kids in South Jamaica in the Baisley projects can't relate with the white picket fence and the green grass. So I wrote my own books on the computer. Bobby helped me because he's good with graphics. And it went like this: run, Spot, run. See Sally, run. That's not the joke.
Run, Sally, run.
Run, Spot, run. Dick's got a gun. Spot is a pit bull. Jane's got a dick. It's a New York City book, ladies and gentlemen. Run, teacher, run.
That's a great joke.
Thank you.
And then after you said that joke, you also said the other joke about the Brazilian.
Okay, I'll tell. So after I talk about being a teacher and how tough were the kids, and I tell jokes about teaching, I go into age that I'm getting older, and I say, I missed a couple of decades where they started this thing. Ma'am, I talked to a young person. What's with this Brazilian? What's a Brazilian? The last time I had a Brazilian, 1988, behind the Belmont racetrack, a jockey from Rio de Janeiro named Jose.
That's funny. That was a great joke. I love that joke.
Thank you.
So most recent, you did. You wrote 10 jokes for Joan Rivers, and she chose you about 5 of them. Do you remember any of
No,
them?
I sent a lot, and she chose 10, and I only caught 2 on tape, on VHS tape. One of them was in a movie 2 years ago that went to the Critics' Choice Awards, and Joan Rivers tells the joke, and I'm telling how she told the joke 3 times, and it bombed on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and the video shows that. So I'm very proud because they needed permission from the Johnny Carson estate to put this in the movie.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Thank
That
you.
is so cool. You're
Thank you.
amazing. I always say you make the best host ever. She was the first host I've ever seen at a comedy show, at Broadway Comedy, and she actually got me on stage because the producer of that show wouldn't put me on stage because he said I didn't bring any members. And so
But she did.
but I did, and it was another comedian, but they said no, that doesn't count.
But he offered to pay.
Yeah, he offered to pay, and he still wouldn't count it.
So I begged him and begged him and begged him to put her on. I said she came all the way from Long Island. What's the big deal? Mm-hmm. And then she took a picture of him side to side, touching his cheek, a married man. And I went, I know why she got on stage.
Yeah. So he puts me on. Helaine begged him, and he says, hey, go up there, wake up the crowd, and break a leg. And that's exactly what I did. Everybody woke up. My red shirt did it. Woo!
How about your sense of humor?
And my sense of humor, I love playing with,
Audiences?
the audiences. I love playing with audiences. And so, yeah, I say a couple of naughty things and things like that. So I've been kicked off of the squeaky clean comedy sets. They won't let me go. They won't let me perform. They said your jokes. I couldn't say emergency panties. They don't want me to say panties. They say only say
Yeah.
underwear. I said, forget it.
I wasn't allowed to say vodka or guns. I couldn't do any of my teacher stuff at all.
That's the most ridiculous thing.
No,
don't you
it's a
think?
ministry.
Oh, yeah, it is a ministry.
And they might be watching this, so
right. So
behave yourself.
I'm behaving myself. But on my show, you could say whatever you want.
But then I invited her to a library show where it has to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you have to be clean when you go to the library.
And I got stumped. I got a little stumped because all my jokes are kind of they're naughty. They're not dirty.
You have
They're
to
just
write
a little naughty.
a clean set.
Yeah.
Could I tell something that happened to me?
Yes.
I went to that place,
library?
Northport, the
Theater, the Engelman Theater.
I'll remember it.
Okay.
I'll be okay. It was
Okay.
an army base, Northport, where they have hospital buildings and rehab buildings. It's called Northport.
Okay.
And the soldiers are there, the veterans. So the lady in charge said, has to be clean, no violence, and you don't want to rattle their PTSD or anything. You want to be respectful. And in the middle of a joke, just like you, I have a joke about varicose veins, and I call them the Google roadmap to adventure. So then I say, this road takes you to the Sterling Forest. And in the middle of the joke, I stopped just like you. And I went, you can't say that right now. She said nothing dirty. And she's standing right there. And in the middle of the joke, I just stopped. Instead of saying ahead of time, Helaine, here's what you can't say, I just rambled on until that moment. So that's what happened to you at the library.
Yes, it was so hard to do that. It's hard to do clean jokes, really, really hard. But Helene's been all over. Helaine, sorry. Helaine, I don't know why. I think it's my Spanish a little bit because the way
Elena?
I see it. Yeah.
Elena. Yeah.
But it's Elaine. So
Helaine.
Helaine. So
I could just let her say
I'm
Helaine.
sorry, I can't pronounce
I
it.
have a
don't know
club
why.
called the Miscellaneous Club, and it's just women. Well, there's a guy in there, Sylvia and Helaine, but it's all women with our name. And it's all the names that people call us. And then you report it that day, like, oh, the doctor's office called me Helaine today. And it's news on our club.
That's funny.
It is very funny.
Yeah. So you're coming across, you've been on shows and movie sets with a lot of different celebrities, actors, and everything. Who are some of them? You're a national opener for a lot of different celebrities.
This is such a booster.
She's amazing.
And national Oprah. I was on national television on Wendy Williams outside when you have a joke to say as if they're interviewing you and you're holding the Wendy microphone, which is really something, when Wendy Williams had a show. And I was very proud of that. And you have to think of a joke and then they tape it. And if it gets through, you're on the show. So there I am at my car dealership in the waiting room, and I see myself on Wendy Williams' show.
Oh my goodness. That's exciting.
Very proud. And I was on a few times. I got passed a few times. Guess where they give you questions about pop culture.
Oh.
So guess how I got my answers. My friend went to People magazine. I called my friend's daughter and said, what's a good answer for this? This is about Britney Spears. This is about
whomever.
Harry Styles. So she would tell me what the pop culture answer would be, and she helped me think of a funny joke. So she actually wrote some of the jokes that Wendy Williams approved of, and I was on the show.
Oh, that's so great. That's how you got on. That's called cheating. You're not supposed to steal people's jokes.
That's funny. You're funny. No, she helped me. I called her, and my friend used People magazine just to help us with the culture of the youth.
Right.
No, but I had to say the joke. Cut. I had to say the joke. I had to think of four of the jokes. Give me a break here. So I was on Wendy Williams a few times. I'm very proud of that. But now she doesn't have a national show, but it's a national credit.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
And
Go ahead.
You said I was on sets with other famous people.
Yeah. You were on set with other famous people, and actually you drive, you take trains, buses, railroads, airplanes, it doesn't matter. She's
That's
a world
true.
traveler. And she's recently sat in an Uber with Uberful, which is Robert Fields. He's a Uber driver. And you sat in the back seat and you told some jokes. And you actually interviewed him because you were scared that you were sitting in the back seat.
That was make believe that I was scared. Like, how do I know you're really an Uber driver? He's really a comedian.
Yeah, he is a comedian.
But we called Linda when she lived in Oregon.
Yeah.
And she's the one on the phone on that video.
Right. And so I posted that video today, and she interviewed Robert Field, and she says, hey, I got to call my girlfriend Linda here because
I don't feel safe being in an Uber. But really, I did that to be funny because I knew it would be funny.
Right. So I just wanted you to say that joke again. When you say, I need to be safe here, I need to feel safe because I need to know, do you buckle your seatbelt or something like that? You need to buckle your seatbelt. Remember?
So in other words, I said to him, you're supposed to tell me to buckle my seatbelt. That's how I'll know that you'll be a real driver.
Right. Something like that. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it was actually a funny show. So you're also, what are you going to be, you're working on recently? Your movie.
Thanks for asking. I'm supporting and promoting Todd Montesi is a AI TV producer. He wants to have the AI TV show called PN and Friends. And it's amazing when you watch it. I think somebody who likes sci-fi would love it. And I'm in it, but I'm in another part of it. So he'll be like walking down the street and he turns into a monster and he melts, and it's really crazy, but it's AI and it's cutting edge because he was in the New York Times for it. And I'm promoting it because I want supporters to help us this costs a lot of money. I'm not asking you for money, but hey, I'm proud to be in it and I'm proud to be his friend, and I'm a judge in his contests often.
That's cool.
His name's Todd Montesi. That's one of the things.
Okay.
Want me to tell you another one?
Yeah.
So Linda Marcus Smith has a military veterans group of shows, and I'm in one on the 7th of this month, this
December.
Sunday, Pearl Harbor Day, and Vanessa Hollingshead's the headliner, and Linda's the host of the show. But more than anything, veterans could get free tickets on vettix.org, and if you want to come to the show, I'll help pay for your ticket because I want people to honor these veterans. So I'm into that.
That's great.
Those are two of the things I'm into right now.
Okay, so December 7th is going to be that, and then in January
At Westside Comedy Club.
Westside Comedy Club. So you can go into Westside Comedy Club or reach out to myself or to Helaine.
Thank you.
And she will get you free tickets. especially to all those veterans out there.
Yes, thank you so much.
You want to give the free tickets to them.
Yes.
And so in January, are you working on anything else?
I have a lot of shows coming up, but I wanted to go back to something you said,
Okay.
if I may.
Sure.
You said I'm on sets of movies with famous people. So Joe Firestone is the person who was the head writer for Taylor Tomlinson's After Midnight show. After Stephen Colbert, he selected her.
Oh.
I'm very proud of that because
That's
she
cool.
made the movie I was in that went to the Critics' Choice Award called Good Timing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Joan Rivers tells my joke in that movie.
Oh, wow.
And then Joe put us on some other films that are on YouTube that anyone could watch. And you could watch Good Timing on Peacock. It costs like $5 to watch it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm proud of that also. And lately I've been in some movies. I'm going to be in 2 movies coming up next year.
Woo!
And thanks. And
That's exciting.
thank you. I'm playing a grandmother. I'm a co-star of a 5-minute video, and we're trying to get it in film festivals, and that costs money too. And that's called Canarsie Piers.
Canarsie Pierce. That's a catchy name.
Canarsie Piers singular, yeah. And it's a short. I'm I'm a trained actress, so it's like the cut. Not really, but it may as well have been. In the middle, I said
One word.
I said to the director, I said, "Aren't you sorry you asked for me?" And he said, "No, we wanted you." So
Oh,
it's really,
that's
I'm
great.
proud of it, and it can't go to
excellent.
festivals without funding. So
Mm-hmm.
we're all pitching in and asking for help, and that's all I'll ask for money for tonight.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So no, that's fantastic that you're in there because it's fun when I got on a pilot movie. It's going to be like a Kill Tony. I went over to Connecticut and I bumped into Joe Scaroca and
Scrocca. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
I have
you said it right.
problems with pronunciation.
No, you said it right.
I
It's
said it right.
SCR, and it's not easy.
Yeah,
Scrocca.
Scaroca. So I bumped into him in Connecticut, and I met him before he even came on my show. And we all got on the pilot, and we took pictures. I think my red shirt did it.
You
100%.
always say that.
Yeah. So
he put me on a show with bagels.
he did?
At the seashore, and we woke up at like 5 a.m. and drove for 4 hours. And it was funny. We weren't
Mm-hmm.
allowed to talk to the people, and they didn't care about the comedy show. They just were online. They were online for their bagels,
Oh,
and there we
that's
are
so
putting
fun.
on a comedy show, and we weren't allowed to talk to them.
Really?
But after they ate their bagels, they got up and left. So I'm talking to a child like, "You from around here? You come here often? Oh, you with your mother and father? Oh, you leaving now?"
There was a part where you're sitting on a bench and somebody's blow drying your hair and you got a beach scene behind you.
That's
You're sitting-
Canarsie Pier.
Oh, that's
There's
Canarsie Pier.
They
That
made
was
me
great.
look not older than I am, but they pinned my hair up with all this hairspray and bobby
goodness.
pins.
Yeah, that's great. So you had sent me a list. There was other movies.
Oh,
that
I did voiceover in my bathroom. So glamorous, ladies and gentlemen. This is like Hollywood. I'm in my bathroom. The guy doing the voiceover filming is on my bathtub. I'm on the toilet seat, and he's taping me. And there's something sad about it. His grandmother had the part, and she died during COVID.
Oh my
So he
goodness.
asked me to pick up on his. It's called Old Geezers. It's a video. It's a cartoon.
Yes, Old Geezers.
So I
have
played,
the link.
Yeah, thank you. I played his grandmother to take over for her after she died, and his name is Doug Cortese. Very talented. But that's where it was. First, we did it in his closet with Bruce Lipsky and I in his closet.
Did it in his closet.
Yeah, we did it in his closet. He has
Helaine, you still do those things? What's
his
wrong
wife's
with you?
a pilot, and she was on a plane at the time.
Oh, the
And
High
then-
Mile Club. You did it on the
She
Mile
should be
High Club.
interviewed for herself. She's so funny. So he has that insulation like that.
Oh.
Insulation because he does the voiceovers in his closet, in his bedroom.
Oh my goodness.
His wife's on the plane. And then he came to my bathroom and he sat on the bathtub and I'm on the toilet seat. And I said, "This is so luxurious being a voiceover actor.
Wow. Okay, so Helaine, one last thing I want to know about you. Do you have kids and have you ever been married? Because she's the Elizabeth Taylor, except she's been married. She's been married so many times. Twice.
I love it. I have no kids. I was a teacher, and I'm waiting for the marriage to turn out before I even thought about kids. But in all seriousness, some people feel though they want kids. They want kids, and I never had that urge. But I just I love children and enough to be a teacher, and I did volunteer work for 20 years every week with children. So very dedicated to children. And when I see one in a comedy show, I'm so protective. I hate when they have to hear dirty jokes. You don't know how
Really?
I get crazy.
So you don't like it.
Yeah,
you're
I don't like
sensitive
it.
to it.
There was one yesterday, he was 11, and this girl didn't know he was there, and she starts telling jokes in the middle of her act. This was the funniest part of the whole night. She said, "Oh, are there young people here?" Like she wanted to make sure, is that a child that I just told filthy jokes to for half of my set? She
That's
said,
funny.
"Oh, there are young people." She didn't know. She came late, so she
Oh.
didn't know about him.
Oh, that's
And given
funny.
it was just him, he and his mother, she could have noticed they were the only audience.
So she had an audience of 2 people. Wow, Helaine, you really bring them in.
She's funny.
She
Did
could
you want me
pack
to
up
answer?
a house. Go ahead.
What?
No, you could pack up a room.
Yeah, they said we're gonna pass the hat around. Yeah, I'm gonna give her money for staying. We wouldn't have had a show without her. But I thought she was the headliner, and I said, "Oh, this is your son. He's always on your videos." And
that's
she
funny.
had blonde hair, and so did the headliner. So she's looking at me, and the boy's looking at me like, "Who is this?" Well, then the headliner walked in. I go, "Now you understand. She looks like you and your son."
That's hysterical.
But did you want me to answer about my husbands?
Yes, I want to know what kind of breed of a husband did you have? Were they Jewish? Were they what kind of dogs were they? Were they like, what breed?
Wow.
Was it a pit bull? Was it a bear? What kind of breed were they?
This really sounds racist. I don't know. Well, my first husband was Jewish, and we got fixed up, not like Orthodox people, but just our friends knew we'd like each other.
Oh,
And
it was
he was from
arranged.
the Bronx. Not really. It was a blind date, but we liked each other. And his friends will tell you he was funnier than anybody. And
Really?
he passed away, and he left me, but
Okay.
that's okay.
all right.
But then the second husband, I met him at comedy, and he was Chinese, and he looked like a sumo wrestler. He didn't look like a little Chinese person. He looks big.
Big
His
Chinese
father
guy.
said it was in the rice, but he was
It was in the
he's
rice.
he was a very good comic, and I met him at the mic, and I have to say, being Jewish, being from New York, he might have just seen my father would buy him a car or something and take the car and go to LA and leave me.
Oh.
Just saying, maybe. He
Yeah,
thought that.
maybe.
So instead of getting an engagement ring or a washing machine for us, they bought a car that he ran away with.
Oh my
And he
goodness.
ran away with a young girl to Disneyland.
Oh my goodness.
And then he ripped me off, and I ended up back home.
Oh, wow. And you're better off because life is so great being single. And I wouldn't have gotten to meet Helaine.
Well,
and
I don't necessarily say that. What I do say is my life is great now, so I'm happy that it happened. That part I'll agree.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I went on a Zoom mic during the COVID,
Yeah.
and his best friend is running the mic. And now we co-produce a show, and I never told him about the ripping off or anything. He doesn't know.
Oh.
But he'll know now.
Oh, wow. Now you know.
Danny.
There you go, my Chinaman.
You're so funny.
Smart. I'm
I
a
have jokes about it.
sapiosexual. I say I'm a sapiosexual. And I say that, sapiosexual means that I'm attracted to and aroused by highly intelligent men. And so I went on a date once with a Chinese guy. He was actually Tibetan. And I asked him, I said, how does it feel walking with me down the street? This is a true story. And he says, I feel like everyone's staring at us. We were in Queens. I feel like everybody's staring at us and they feel like it feels like I'm with a black person right now. And I'm like, really? Well, that date was over real fast.
I think
he was a
meant-
Buddhist.
Oh, I thought he meant like people were prejudiced.
Yeah, they were prejudiced.
But he wasn't. That's what he meant.
Yeah, but he said he didn't care. He said, I don't care if how they feel that way. But he thought that's how the people were looking at us because it was all Indian and Chinese
Yeah,
and
but
Tibetans.
he didn't mean anything by it for you to
No.
break up with him.
No, it was just uncomfortable. And he was yours was a sumo wrestler, and mine was like a boxer. He had tattoos all over his
really?
arms.
They
Yeah.
sound like the same type. They weren't stereotypical Chinese.
Right.
Want to talk about this too?
They were typical. Yes. And so Joan Rivers with this, okay. So
Separate.
she's going to talk about something. So go ahead.
She's funny. Okay, so I submit greeting cards and I write jokes for comedians.
Yeah.
Try to.
And she's helping me with that too. She's helping me write jokes.
Wits one-liners, ZZZ, one-liners with 3 Z's. But it's, anyway, I won't tell you what it's not
No,
doing.
what is it called?
Wits one-liners with 3 Z's.
Wits.
LINERZZZ. Wits one-liners.
Wits, WITT,
One-liners.
oneliners.com.
Yeah, but it's 3 Z's.
Oh, and ZZZ.
Yeah, one-liner. Anyway,
One-liners.
so Wits one-liners didn't go very far yet. Maybe it will go viral now. But I wrote a greeting card that a company bought, and it's called Oatmeal Studios. It's not printed anymore, and it says, "Happy birthday to someone who's passing through the information age," and it shows an old granny at like a Best Buy. And then you open it up and it says, "and heading for the inflammation age." And I meant inflammation here, but they meant analgesics, whatever the hell that is. So I use this on stage as a joke, but I'm also proud that I sold a greeting card for $100 to Oatmeal Studios because
that's
given the
fantastic.
rest of my cards I sent in, they only bought this one.
That's fantastic. You've done a lot in your life and you're still going over
still
to
old.
a whole lot of different places and traveling and everything like that. I'm going to finish off by asking you, what is the one key to life that you think everybody should know besides never giving up?
Love.
Love. There you go. Love. Never give up on love. Never give up on hope and forgiveness.
Yeah, just love people and forgive and love. Just love. Come
Love.
from love. Love people.
There you go. That's what we need to do, guys. And this has been an amazing show. And I loved having Helaine Witt. I'm so excited to have had Helaine Witt here with us. And you can look her up. I'm going to set up her link on my social media so that you can have several of her links that she mentioned on the podcast. And we're going to get ready to watch this show is going to be broadcasting on from Paradise Studios on Strong Island 1 and Strong Island 2. So have a great night. This has been a great show. Thank you so much, Helaine.
Helaine.
And
I love the mic that they have here on Friday night.
Oh, yes, they have an open mic here every Friday night. So I do open mics here. And if anybody wants to join us here at Paradise Studios in Massapequa, New York, come on over and see me and join Bobby's open mic. It's a great show and it's a great venue.
Audience.
Yes, audience members come for $5, and it'll be worth the laugh for
Some
$5.
of the comics that come are in a contest.
Yes, a lot of great comics come. So they're getting ready to make them. These comics are becoming headliners and for a lot of different shows at here and everywhere else. But anyways, thank you so much for watching our show here at Paradise Studios.